We're going to use some music from a place called Sotmar. And Sotmar is a place called Transylvania. So you've probably heard of Transylvania. Has anyone ever heard of Transylvania? What's in Transylvania? Vampires, yes. Dracula. So they're not, obviously they aren't really vampires. There was a person called Dracul, which is the word for the devil. So he was a count. It's kind of a lot of different stories all kind of combined. There were lots of stories of vampires, myths and legends. There was in fact a count who lived there who was called Vlad the Impaler, who was a pretty mean kind of guy when the Turks invaded. To make them afraid, he used to cut the heads off and stick them on pikes to make them go, oh, this is a bit scary. And then there were a whole lot of different stories that combined into this story of Dracula. But it is a story. So it is a beautiful part of the world where they play lots of beautiful music and have lots of beautiful dance. A lot of Hungarian people live there, Romanians, Gypsies, etc. Lots of different kinds of peoples. And we're going to play you music from just one part. And the reason we're playing today is that you're going to learn the dance, because this is dance music. And hopefully at the end of next term, you're going to be able to do some of these steps. So it looks scary when you look at it. First of all, it looks like...
All right, I'm on Jen. And if we were in Sotmar going somewhere, then this is what the women would wear, or one of the costumes that the girls would wear. So there's various different costumes, depending on how old you are, how big you are, how small you are, and that tells other people in the village where you stand in society. Okay, so I know from what you're wearing that you're from this school. Similarly. All right, with dance, it's nearly always done on a wooden floor. So this is going to be a really fantastic demonstration because the wooden floor, and most people have leather sock shoes, boys and girls, because of the percussiveness of what happens when you actually stand. Now I've got a theory about standing. A little history of dance, especially in that part of that neck of the woods. So around Europe, there's a whole lot of line dances, like in the Greek, where you see the Greeks sort of all doing the same thing. Everyone does the same thing. It's a good communal thing. You don't really have to think too much. You just got to be involved. The next step from a line dance is when you break off and you start doing your own thing, either as a solo or as a couple. And what this is in Sotmar they do a whole lot. The majority of it is couple dancing. All right. Generally with boys and girls, one boy and one girl. But there's other instances where all of the girls get together and do circle dances and lots of singing, and it's beautiful. We're going to show you the couple stuff. For this reason, it's okay for girls to do the boys' things as well. Alright, so there's two parts to this dance. There's a slow stuff and then there's the fast stuff. The fast stuff can get manic. Generally, the faster the music, the less you do. It doesn't mean that you've got to move faster and quicker. It means that you do less so that you can keep up with the rhythm. The point of the band is that you dance to the music. Generally, you face the band. Slow part is called a csárdás. That's where you dance. Csárdás is a general Hungarian word that means this is a csárdás. One step to the left or to the right, or two steps to the left or to the right. And there's different ways of doing it. In Sotmar, they have this funny knee bend. I'll just show you this. Okay? So you can do csárdás stiff. You can do it there. But we're doing it like this. Okay. A little brief demo.
posture is the most important thing. So you have to be strong in your stomach, hold your shoulders back, and just upright, really.
So,
I'm slouching. Just use a bit of the body strength.
all right. Bit of music at that speed, please. So you can't really, if I'm doing singles and doubles and I want my partner to do the same thing, if I'm not holding, I can do whatever I want to do and it's not really communicating. We're communicating through our hands. So I'm not talking to Jen, but we know what we're going to do because I'm pulling, slightly pulling this way and slightly pulling that way to do doubles or singles, okay? Alright, so the hands are quite strong. So we've got to ascertain that one is a boy type person and one is a girl type person. You can hold like this, but you've got to lead it. You've got to lead it. This is why it's important to have strong shoulders. If you just got floppy shoulders, this is the other part of it is that the arms are the things that we're communicating with the rest of the body. So if I'm moving her, I don't want to see that. The whole body moves from the arms. Okay? So can I just try that with everybody? Yes, just like that. No. Hold your arms strong. Slowly. What you're doing, your weight is you jump. You jump on the first one, and your weight is on evenly on both. Alright? And then you jump, hop on the other leg. Okay? So it's a control thing, it's not a alright? Control. Alright? Let's just do that. Face the middle of the circle. Just run through the steps. That's where your feet are meant to be. Alright? You just have to say where you're going to put your feet. Alright, so it's not too far out. You're not reaching on that, you're not bending down. That's where you're doing it. But what you're going to be doing is skipping. Alright, this is easy when it's fast up. Front, forward, the other. Alright. Okay. When that foot comes back, this other one's back there. Getting ready for that step. Alright, so when you start, forward. Next step is like that. Okay? So let's do. First step is there. Next step. Lift them up, other foot, other foot, other foot, other foot. And then, hop, lift it up. You're getting ready for the other one. Really hard to do slow, really easy to do fast. Okay? Forward, and. Forward, and. Forward, do it with me. Forward, back. Forward, back. So what it looks like is you've got forward and a back. Forward, back. Okay? So it's one of those scissor sort of, if you can imagine that, that's what your legs are doing. And again, starting with the right foot forward, and. Forward, back. Forward, back. Forward, start again so everyone gets it. And. Forward, everyone got it? Start again. And. Forward, back. Alright, there's a bit of there's a hop in between those. So I'll show you that. I'll show you in time. So it's hop, hop, and there's a swing to it. And there's a hop, 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 hop. It's much easier doing it faster. Should we try and do it faster? I think so. Doesn't matter what foot you start on. The point is I want to see front, back, front, back, front, back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Front, back, front, front. Jump, go in, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front. Next step. Okay, what it's not. It's not a. Okay, what it is you guys are looking at my heel. My heel's going around, coming back. Going around, and then coming back. And what my body's doing to compensate it is moving. My hips are moving to compensate it. So it's a bit twisty turning. Okay? Hard to do a counter, hard to do with the other side, I know. It's not a hard step of motion you have. The thing is that there is a base step and then you build up on that one as well. So you can do this one. Same as with the jump. Single, double, mix it up. So single, double. Okay, so this is the other thing. No hard fast rules. You start with one and you build it up. The other rule is that with all these steps you don't start with a hard. Okay. Touch. 1, 2, 3. Touch. 1, 2, 3. Alright, this is why you're going to hold hands because you're doing this. Alright? If your arms are flopping, nothing's going to happen. So that's strong arms. Alright, let's do the strong arms for you guys as well.